is going on, my YouTube friends? Man, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I worked up till about 3 o'clock last night. Man, I'm home and I got to go back to work here shortly. Yeah, buddy. So anyhow, I've been doing some investigating on the shock mounts on the rear end for the Fairmont. So I got the rear end. It's got the old style shock mounts on there. I really didn't want to use them because reason being is the way the shock is going to be turned, and the adjuster, I wanted it straight out. So it's kind of going to be on its side. So Gary Matties, I hope I'm saying your name right or whatever. He was telling me that I could still use these older mounts and they would still work. But like I said, I wanted to use the other ones because they turn. Well, Trunk Back Jim, he keyed in and he told me that they got these really cool shock mounts that will help with the height adjustment. So I'm thinking, yeah, dig it, man. So I got on, got on the phone with Team Z this morning. Team Z says, no, we carry them, but Chassis Works makes them. And they're like behind right now because they don't have any in stock. So it'd be like 2 to 3 weeks. So they told me, call Chassis Works, talk to them. So I called them, got a hold of the guy. The guy says, look, we haven't had no orders for them, so we haven't made any. He goes, but if you put an order in there, we'll get it made up for you. So it'll take about 3 weeks. So instead of waiting 3 weeks, which I did go ahead and order them. So they'll be here in about 3 weeks. So anyhow, I'm still going to put the rear end in the car. And I'm going to use these old shock mounts. And then when the other shock mounts get in, I'm going to replace them. But let's turn around and see what we got here. I want to show you the shocks. We got the shocks. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. These shocks, they have an adjustment on them, all right? And if I put it on the rear end, I want them to be, straight out so I can go ahead and grab a hold and adjust or whatever I need to do. So if I put them on the rear end with the shock mounts that's on there now, they'll be to the side. So here, let me give you a little show here. So this is the old style shock mount, and this is the bolt. I don't know why I'm getting out of focus here. Set that right there and let's grab this shock. Yeah, bud. So, anywho, if I've used these and kept them like this, yeah, they won't slide on there real good, will they? One hand. You see how that adjustment's going to be sideways. And we don't want the adjustment to be sideways. We want the adjustment to be out like this. But I still gives me a chance, so I should be able to put the rear end in there, maybe. I might have to beat that out, so maybe not. I don't know. I don't think it'll work that way. But actually, to be honest with you, oops, I'm sorry. I still got the old shocks, so I could actually use them until I get the new mounts, because I want to get this run up in there. And the mounts, they bolt on, they bolt here in this hole and this hole right here, and then they're about that long, and you can adjust them for what height you want. So, which I thought was really cool. So when Trunk Back Jim was telling me about it, I investigated, I looked. So anyhow, I do got shocks, springs, all this stuff's in here, and the rest of my bolts and my stuff is in there. So I just wanted to let you know what's going on, because I really wanted to put the rear end in this car this weekend. And so I ended up working and, doing the battle boxes and stuff like that. So, we're getting somewhere. And then my grandson, he comes out in the garage. He says, Papa, you got anything I can do out here? I said, why, certainly. So I had him clean the tower off, which he did a really good job. And he's going to come back next weekend and he's going to start cleaning this part of the tower off. So we're getting everything together here, guys. We're slowly but surely, I figured, why I can't put the rear end in there, we'll work on other things. So when he comes over here this coming weekend, he can work on this part of the hump. Yeah, baby. Get those boys that working. Only one of my grandsons come over. The other one, he was a little under the weather, so he didn't come. So anyhow, another thing is, Mustang Mike, he put in some inner fender Scott, what is it? Scott something other. Anyhow, I can't even think of the name of it right now. But he put those fender covers in. And I'm telling you, man, it looked good. So that's what I'm thinking. I might go that route he's got there because I like the way they were black. And I like the way that he attached them to the firewall. He did a really nice job and it looked really good. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go that route. I'm not sure yet. Because these ain't like, the late model cars that's, look like somebody shot them with a shotgun. These just have a few holes in it. This was carbureted, didn't have all that electronic stuff and everything bolted to everything. So they just have a few holes in it. And this one right here just got, this hole and, these holes and then plus these holes right here from the battery. But heck, man, I don't know. Scott Rod, those panels, that's what I was looking for. So anyhow, yeah, he's got the, Mustang Mike put those Scott Rod panels in there, and boy, does it look good in his car. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I might go with, because I don't have that many holes and stuff right here. And once this is what I'll do, I'll get everything cleaned up, painted, and then I'll put those panels in there. If I decide to go that route, I may not put nothing in here, I'm not sure yet. But this is where I'm going to be working on. While the grandkids will be working on the inside of the car, I'm going to be working on here. And I really want to get this rear end in there. And it sucks that I got to wait 3 weeks for those mounts. So I'm kind of anxious. I'm thinking I can get it put in there. I still have the old shocks underneath my workbench over there. So I think that I can get those and put those on until I need to put these back on there. We won't lose this stuff. I can't find something, But yeah, so Trunk Bag Jim, I appreciate your input. Gary Matty, I appreciate your input as well. I think his name's Gary Matty. I don't know. I'm getting old, man. I worked at 3 o'clock. I'm still kind of tired. So I got to get ready for work now. It's like, get up, get dressed, go to work. It's like a daily thing with me, man. But, I get a lot of time off, so I really can't complain, can I? Nope, sure can't. So, anyhow, grandkids are going to help me clean the inside to get all that stuff off there. They enjoy doing it, and I enjoy them doing it because that way I don't have to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's see what this side of the tower looks like. Yeah, like in here. So, we've just been scraping away my little bit Meyer baggies and dollar store baggies and stuff like that. Sure do come in handy. And you put a little heat on these. Take your little propane torch and just kind of, warm them up a little bit. This stuff comes right off. Wish I'd have known that with that 92 GT I was working on. I sold that car and that kid already sold it. Well, hope he made some money. Woohoo! I like it when they make money. They always come back then. Yeah, buddy. So anywho, I just figured I'd give you an update what's going on with the rear end. And we're going to get it in there, man. Sooner or later. If we wait the 3 weeks, it'll just take 3 weeks to get it in. But he said, it's hard to say. It might be a week. It might be 2 weeks. But he's giving it tops 3 weeks. So, and the guy seemed like he was pretty cool, real knowledgeable. And maybe if I order some of these and you guys like them, maybe you could order some and he'll leave them in stock for the next person. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys are awesome. And if anybody tells you any different, you tell them come see me because I'll let them know you're awesome. Have a great rest of your day.